20, and that's okay. Just very quickly, we line up our decimals, we subtract 29.87. Do I have any empty gaps?
Yes.
Where?
After the 9.
Above the 7, I have to put a 0. Let me guess, is 0 minus 7, 7?
No.
I am so glad you said that.
Yes.
10 minus 7 is 3, 8 minus 8 is
0.
Bring my decimal straight down.
Borrow from 3. Borrow from 3. 15. 6.
This becomes a 15. 15 minus 5 is 6, 0, 2. 206.03. Okay? The problem that I saw was just a simple calculation error. It was not a I don't know how to do decimals. So are we okay saying two fractions with a common denominator? What do I add? The numerators. And what do I do with the denominator?
Keep it the
We
same.
keep it the same. So 1/10 plus 5/10 is 6/10. Is 6/10 in simplest form? What do I do to simplify it?
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2, divide by 2, and I have 3/5. Okay? So I want to clarify just a second to make sure we're all on the same page. If my denominators are the same, I just add or subtract the numerators. The denominators do not change. Are we good with that?
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's do the next one. Absolutely. Can I subtract 3 minus 4?
No.
No. What do I do? Larry, what do I do?
How do we do that? Is it 4 times 3 plus 5?
No, sir. You can, but we're not going to. Nikki.
I know. Take off a whole and add it to 5.
So I'm going to borrow 1 from the 4, and it becomes a 3. What did I borrow from that 4? One whole. I borrowed 1 whole, so I need to add that 1 whole to 3/5. What fraction do I make it?
8 over 5. 8 over 5.
Just a second. What fraction do I make the one that I borrowed? Somebody raise your hand and tell me.
Whoa.
No. What fraction do I make the one that I borrowed? Lauren. 5/5. Okay? So this becomes 5/5. And I take that 5/5 and I add it to this 3/5, which is what?
What?
8/5.
8
One of the ways that I remember how to do this, and that I would like for you to perhaps remember, is I take the denominator and add it to the numerator. I'm going to say that one more time so it sinks in. When I am borrowing 1 from the whole number, I take the denominator and add it to the numerator to get my new numerator. So 5/5 plus 3/5 is 8/5. 5 plus 3 becomes my new numerator.
So,
Ricky.
is this only for when the higher number is
On the bottom.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What is 8/5 minus 4/5? 4/5. And what is 3 minus 2? 1. Please make sure that is written on your piece of ink with other numbers. Is there another way I could find a common denominator?
Multiply both the denominators together.
Exactly. If I multiply the two denominators together, I could find a common denominator. What is 9 times 3? 27. Is that a common denominator?
Yes.
Yes. Is it the lowest common denominator? No, but it still works. Because sometimes you might have 1/8 and 2/15, and you think 15 and 8, dang, how am I going to find a common denominator with those? Well, the first thing that you can do is just multiply. Okay? 8 times 15 is 120, so that could be my common denominator. I may have to reduce. There could be something smaller, but that's okay. Okay? So, my common denominator is 9. How do I know what goes above the 9 to equal 1/3, Teodric?
Because you do at the top what you did at the bottom. Like since you got 9 as a denominator, you would multiply 9 times 1 to get 9, and then 2 times 1 to get 2.
Great. So how does that work for the top one? Go ahead, Josh.
Well, the same thing because
Tell me. Go
3
ahead.
to 9 was, you had to multiply 3 times 3, so you do 3 times 1. making 3 over 9.
Absolutely. Sorry.
That's it.
Does anybody know a different way to do this? Great, can I show you how I learned it so many years ago?
Yep.
The way I learned it is I did a backward Z. How many times will 9 go into 9?
1,
1 times 2 is
2,
2.
What?
How many times will 3 go into 9? 3 times 1 is 3. I did a backward Z. Both of them work. Use the one that is best for you. Do I have common denominators now?
Yes.
So what do? Add what?
Numerators.
Add the numerators, and when I add the numerators, what do I get, everybody? 5. And what is my denominator going to be? Is it in simplest form?
Yes.
Absolutely. Please make sure this one is written on your page. How did you choose 15?
5 and 3 both go into 15.
Exactly. 5 and 3 both go into 15. So would somebody please tell me what 2/3 equals as a fraction over 15?
15.
Baby, 10/15. How did you get that?
I times 2 times 5. On the
Why
top,
did you-
and
Okay,
whatever you do on the bottom, you do on the top.
perfect. Would somebody change 3/5 to something over 15? Sandra?
It'd be 24. Oh no, it'd be 9 over 15.
And how did you get that?
Because I had to multiply 5 by 3.
And so, you multiplied 3 by 3, which is 9. Okay? Can I continue like it is? No, I cannot. So what do I have to do? Borrow from the 3. The 3 becomes
2,
a 2. And then what?
You add
Which becomes
135.
24.
24.
Oh.
I add 15 and 9, and I get 24. Okay? Now, may I subtract?
Yes.
What is 24 minus 10, everybody?
14.
14 over
15.
15. Do I have any whole numbers left?
No.
No, so my answer is 14/15. Is it in simplest form?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Great. Will you please make sure this problem is written on your notes page, just like I have it on the board?